Only hosts and co-hosts of Zoom meetings can enable these security features. The participants in the meeting cannot. Once your meeting's going, you can click on Chat and click the three dots at the bottom right-hand side of the screen here. If you're experiencing disruptive behavior in your chat, you can limit it so the participants can only talk to you, the host. That's what would be recommended. Now, if you click on Manage Participants, you can click Mute All, and then this dialog box will come up and you can check or uncheck Allow Participants to unmute themselves. If you hover over a participant's name and click on More, you can select Remove. Once removed, the participant won't be able to rejoin the meeting using the same device. As of April 2020, Zoom has added this security button here on the toolbar. This allows you to quickly access other security features during your meeting. So if you click on that, you can lock the meeting. Locking your meeting prevents further participants from joining. So if a participant is late or disconnects, they won't be able to rejoin unless you unlock the meeting. You can also enable Waiting Room. The waiting room allows you to screen participants before they enter the meeting. So this requires you, the host, to allow each individual participant into the meeting rather than granting them automatic entry. This is a really good feature to use if you need to have somebody join your meeting that doesn't have a University of Minnesota account. This way they can still join it, and then you just have to individually add them. In the next section, under Allow Participants To, you can uncheck Share Screen, Chat, or Rename Themselves, and this will apply to all participants in the meeting. So Share Screen will immediately disallow anyone other than the host to share their screen. Chat, if you do this one, will turn off the ability to chat for anybody in the meeting. If you uncheck that one, then if you went over to the chat box here and clicked on these three dots, you see that everybody publicly and privately can chat. If you go back over to the security button and uncheck Chat, now when you look at that same menu over here on the right side, it says no one can chat with. Now you may not want to globally turn off chat for absolutely everybody in your meeting. So if that's the case, you can make it so they can only chat with you, the host, everyone publicly and privately. The third option here is you can uncheck this one to prevent participants from renaming themselves. This may be something that you'd want to do for obvious reasons. Again, you just click on this and then it's unchecked. Finally, if you record your meeting, if you share those recordings with your students via Zoom, Google Drive, Kaltura, etc., you should assume that students will be able to save copies of those recordings to their computers. Even if there's not an obvious download button, there are many tools that make it possible to download browser-based videos. If you're concerned about material being redistributed or covering sensitive topics, we would recommend not recording the lecture. Remind students that university policy prohibits them from making their own recordings of course sessions.